Morning Exercises, May 9th. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God. Daniel 6:23. His case at first seemed very hard to flesh and blood, but here we see the end of the Lord. All was so overruled that Daniel had no reason to repent of his conduct or to lament the result of it. It is true the God he served continually did not preserve him from the den of lions, but he delivered him out of it. He could have made a way for his escape, but the prevention of the trial would not have been half so impressive and useful as the issue. What a night did he pass there! What hours were they of prayer and praise, of peace and joy! What reflections did he make upon the power and goodness of his God, while the hungry lions, and they had been prepared to devour, looked on and snuffed his flesh, but felt an invisible restrainer who said, "Touch not mine anointed, and do my prophet no harm." How would he resolve to confide in him and confess him and serve him in the future? How would the multitude be impressed? Those who doubted would be convinced. The timid would be emboldened. Many proselytes would be made to the religion of Daniel, while the king said, "I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear before the God of Daniel, for he is the living God and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who hath delivered Daniel from the power of the lions." How much, therefore, did his steadfastness conduce to the glory of God in the advancement of his cause? Christians never honor God more than in the fires. When they suffer like themselves, when they are witnesses for God, when they show that his service is too dear to be forsaken, and that they are willing to follow him to prison or to death, and that the religion they more than profess enables them to glory in tribulation also, then men see that there is a reality in it, a vital, a blessed reality, and that the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. But the result equally terminated in Daniel's own honor and welfare. When taken up, how would every eye be drawn towards him? How breathless would be their gaze! How would every tongue extol him! With what shoutings would they follow him home! When they met him, how ready would every man be to say, "There is the man who would rather enter a den of hungry lions than violate his conscience or sin against his God." What influence would be attached to his character! What weight to his advice and counsel! A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. His reputation is perfected. His attainder is revoked. He is restored. He is promoted by his sovereign to a higher station. And who would not have done what Darius did? He who had been faithful to his God was more likely to be faithful to his king. This is indeed one of the ways in which godliness naturally conduces to a man's present advantage. It gains him confidence, and this is the lever of elevation. Constantius, the father of Constantine the Great, while as yet this prince was a heathen, wished to know the character of those about him. He therefore called together before him all the chiefs in his suite, and ordered them to offer sacrifices to his gods, on pain of being deprived of all their honors and functions. The trial was severe. Many sunk under it. They could not give up everything that was dear and valuable, but some were inflexible. They had bought the truth, and they would not sell it for any price. Whatever they suffered, they were resolved to have a conscience void of offense. What happened? Those who basely complied he drove from his presence, while those who nobly refused he entrusted with the care of his person, and placed them in the most important offices, saying, "On these men I can depend. I prize them more than all my treasures." And we know who hath said, "Them that honor me I will honor, but they that despise me shall be lightly esteemed."